Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Seesaw or Chris, and today we're talking about Final Fantasy XIV in 2022. How's everyone doing this morning? First off, let me know if you can hear me, and I'll adjust it if you can't. We are doing a surprise stream, I guess, technically, as there was no formal planning of when the stream would take place, and I did not know that I was going to stream until pretty much this morning, but it is a surprise stream. And it is our third stream in a row, I think, for the weekends of March, if I am not correct. I don't know, am I correct? Yeah, I think it is. But yeah, we're going to be doing another stream today. We're going to be taking a look at some more MSQ for Stormblood, and we're just going to take it away. Just make sure everything is good. Perfect. Oh, and there we go. Now I can see the chat on my screen. I was like, why can't I see the chat? We see a few people. Oh, I clicked on someone. Sorry. Sorry, Alize. I didn't mean to talk to you yet. We got some people in chat. We got Tracy Boyle, we got Yurku, we got Northern, and we got Karaman. Welcome all, welcome. Is everybody able to hear me? Can you hear my lovely voice, my lovely morning voice? Carmen says, hello, how are we all today? I'm doing well, Carmen, thanks for asking. Just a nice chill morning, and I felt like doing some more MSQ progression, and here we are. Let's take a look at what we got going on with Fleece. Like I say, if anyone in chat can say they can hear me, I know, I'm so about it. I ask okay, you can hear me. Good job, Yurko. Thank you. That's all I needed before I started. Lisa, sorry to drag you into this, Seesaw. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. Oh, there you go. Nothing super interesting for us there. There we go. Now people, Tracy says you can hear me. Carmen says the audio is good. Okay, we've got stuff coming in here. Excellent. Thank you very much. So yeah, we are doing a surprise stream. It should still be the same 90-minute duration. So about an hour and a half of streaming from this point. We'll see how far we can go. And yeah, we'll kind of take it as it comes. We've already got Ice Bun sort of hiding back here in this chair. I love it. Was ready to go. And yeah, let's take a look here. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try and talk me out of it. Let's get going, or get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Oh my goodness. Necrobrufs. Hope the ship stranded on the rock to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Of course there are, of course there are. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. I have been interesting that ship, so it's kind of cool that we get to go see it. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, all right? Oh, we're going to do some climbing. Some early morning climbing. Auntie says, hello, Seesaw. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing this fine morning? Everyone having, I mean, it might not be morning where you are. How's everyone's weekend going? I'm doing well myself. I've actually been very curious about this ship up here, so it's kind of nice that I should have known that it'd be some sort of story time. Oh, it's got lights on it at night? Look at that. Very cool. All right, let's see how we climb up here. If you are enjoying the stream and have a quick second to toss it a like, that does help other people get notifications that we are streaming this morning, and just makes it so less people miss out on the fun. So if you have the time and you do enjoy the stream, consider tossing it a quick like. Tracy says, good thanks, great weather for once. Yeah, actually I'm having great weather as well. I'll probably go for a nice walk after this, I think. It's interesting. I've got a Saturday where I don't have a ton of stuff going on, which is just nice. I originally hoped to have a video ready, or at least be like pretty decently into a video this weekend. But I just haven't found the inspiration to start a new video project yet. My hope is to start creating one this next week and have a video come out either next weekend or the weekend afterwards. But I felt, hey, I've been having a lot of fun doing these MSQ streams. We've been making a lot of progress. Let's jump into another one and see how far we can go. No, it's ice bun. Oh my goodness, it's a cliff column. Let's get our pet out here. Oh, it was nice of him, though, kind of wait for me to be ready. I feel like Ice Bun just kind of watches in case I like end up needing help in some way. They're like ready to go. I think I've done like just the same rotation. Yeah, I did the same one again. Good. Real good, Seesaw. Real good. Just do the same rotation over and over again. That'll help. Let's go like that. Like that. There we go. Chapow! Oh, that wasn't even enough. He's got some health. There we go. It's a cool monster. Oh, we have to do it again. That's funny. Zakuro says this was a surprise to wake. This was a surprise to be sure. Well, I'm glad you're able to make it, Zirko. Yurko says, thankfully you won't need to say Nirkamkvif too often, but it is a name that you'll hear again in the future, so try and remember it. Well, I think I'll remember it. I don't know if I'll remember to say it properly. Carmen says, we even have good weather over here in the UK right now. A lovely weekend. That's great to hear. Terminus says, morning Seesaw. Good time for a stream. Something to watch while I have lunch. It seems like a lot of people were able to tune in for this time, so that's good. That's good. I mean, it's, when I usually release videos too, so whenever I'm trying to do a surprise stream, I try to do it at one of my more expected times to be live, not just like a random time where no one's ever heard from me. Tracy says, yay, another Brit. Cameron says, pretty much. Zakuro, you are pretty close to the next dungeon, so I hope. So I'll hop on. Okay, we'll see if we make it, because I know my my pace is quite slow, but we'll see if we're able to do it. It could be quite fun. I'm sorry if I'm like coughing a bunch. I'm trying to wake my voice up, and it's a losing battle in the morning. Lisa says, sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the Golem. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. All right. You didn't have to fight it. Right then, time to climb. I feel like there's easier ways to get up here than just like straight up this cliffside, but okay. Oh, we didn't. We just we just get to see when we get up there. Okay. Whew, that took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is, Newkirpith's hope. The ark that one man made to save countless others from a flood during the 6th Umbral. Also, it is like an arc story. Interesting. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who care this much about their fellow man, who accomplish such great feats, and people couldn't help thinking they must have been made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious. Looking up there, big ship on a mountain. I don't just mean the ship, I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it, me included. I mean, it is nice that you have these little moments. I'll never be a leader like Comrade, or Hen, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, and I can fight by your side. I can be a friend to you all. Oh, so to like the Scions. I see. I can be me, and that's just all. That'll just have to be enough. I'm having a go at it this morning. I feel like it's the simpler, shorter sentences that are taking me out. This is the risk of waking up and going right into streaming. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monsters murdered their own? Is that smoke from Castra Mabania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Seesaw, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castra Mabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. My goodness, Lisa's getting intense. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's chomping at... Oh, we got a lovely... Tracy, you joined the Tiny Blue Crew. That's so exciting. Hey, we have a new Tiny Blue Crew member. Welcome, Tracy. It's great to have you here. Welcome, welcome. You just startled me awake with the sound. I forgot how loud it was. Welcome, welcome, Tracy. You just took me right out of reading this, which is great. Welcome to the Tiny Blue Crew membership. Iriko says, thanks, Estinian. Yes, Estinian is a hero. And Tracy, actually, if you are new, I'm trying to remember if I've seen your name from previous months, but there is a Discord link, and you can get a custom Discord, I don't know, like rank or whatever they call it in Discord, if you have your YouTube account linked with it. So check that out. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. Tracy, no, don't be sorry, Tracy. It's my own fault for having it so loud. I'm happy to have you here. I'm really happy. The support is, it truly does make such a difference, and it is really humbling. We have to tell the others. Come on. Oh, right, we were just going... I thought we were coming up here to exploit a ship, and we were actually just coming up here to see what happened to the cannon, which we already know, so maybe less exciting. They're called roles, lol. Okay, thank you, Eriko. You can tell how knowledgeable I am on Discord. Yeah, I'm not the best Discord user. I venture there occasionally. Easier down than up, eh? Not necessarily safer. I wish we'd seen it, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of like a joke that we didn't get to see the actual up and down portion. Anyways, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. All right, do we got a fancy new weapon? We do not. We will take these little gem things. The path forward. There's no time to lose, Seesaw. General Adeline needs to know what we saw. All right. Should be pretty easy to just drive. Yeah, it's just right back there. I almost want to teleport, but it's probably close enough that I can just... I can actually just drive here. Hip, hop. Well, that wasn't too scary of a mission, really, was it? It was pretty quick. What I'm going to do super quickly is just go grab a glass of water, because I was foolish and didn't bring one here. I'm not even going to change it to the be right back screen, because it'll be so quick. So I will be like literally 10 seconds maybe. No, like 30 seconds. All right. We're back. We're back. Branson says, oh, a surprise stream, or did I miss the announcement? You did not miss the announcement, Branson. It was a surprise, spur-of-the-moment stream. It was actually like quarter two, and I was starting to set things up, and I was like, do I want to stream? Yeah, so I just went with it. So welcome, Branson. I'm happy you were able to make it. And Yurko, yes, it is. It's actually impressive how many people were jump in. I think the notifications when I do a surprise stream work a little bit better, which is nice. But then obviously you have less planning, so you miss some people who are just busy or asleep or something like that. Also, let me know if you can't hear me. I paused the mic while I was away, but I should have it turned it back on. Ruben says, you are returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Nirkaprif's Hope, and spied smoke rising from Castrum Abanya's main cannon. I think Marshal Tarapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castrum Abanya at once. It could still strike, it could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could simply have kept firing. Kenan says, Mike sounds good, definitely back on. Awesome, glad to hear it. Sorry I keep asking because I'm paranoid. Kamikaze MMO says, how many years passed since my last Final Fantasy 14 session? How many years passed since my last Final Fantasy? I don't know. How long has it been since you've played Final Fantasy? Kamikaze. Branson, thank you for confirming you can hear me as well. Excellent. Excellent news. I've got my water. We're all happy. I felt my throat just dying in the background. Pippin says, be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we might be able to take them unaware. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our Torquemfos will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth a risk, but how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of such a day as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of information throughout Girabanya, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castrum Abanya and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. Zikro says, it was the Discord notification that made me show up, though. It was a video to my surprise. Thought it was a video to my surprise. I see it was live. Okay, so yeah, because that is the one thing with the Discord is whenever I do the pre-planned stream and I like schedule it through YouTube, the Discord bot posts about it like when I'm scheduling it. So it'll post about it like a day in advance, which is kind of tricky. Where if it's a live stream that's happening as a surprise, the Discord one will post it right then and there, and I think it's a bit easier for people to see it. Kamikaze says, more than 5 years. I played many MMOs, but always come back to my first love, Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 has been a wonderful time this month for me. I've been playing through the new expansion, and it's been a lot of fun. I think I'll probably do a video soon, kind of giving my thoughts on the overall expansion experience, as I've been, as you might know if you've watched my content before, taking my time going through it. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun, and I have a lot of good things to say about it for sure. Yurko says, yeah, same, Discord notifications got me. I also thought it was a video, but I was pleasantly surprised to find a stream. Yeah, I mean, Discord, if you want to not miss any of my content, Discord's probably the way to go. YouTube is a bit hit and miss these days. Kamikaze, oh man, you've missed some of the best Final Fantasy XIV content ever then. Well, I mean, you say missed, but he's got the opportunity to play through it, so if anything, he can come back and enjoy it all. Northern says, same here. Kamikaze, I know Final Fantasy XIV is a great game too. Yeah, I think the combination of Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy XIV is just unparalleled. We were talking about this last week, but if I'm ever asked what game should I be playing, like what MMO should I be playing, I recommend both of them as like kind of a pair, and you'll pretty much have all the MMO content you want. Kamran says, yeah, the last 5 years of Final Fantasy XIV have been amazing. Seesaw is about to get to them. Just about. Not there yet, apparently. Just on the cusp. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alize and Seesaw, I am sure. Could you imagine if I just was like, nah? Then, well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castrum Abania. Go, and may Relgar watch over and keep you. Alrighty. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess, my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by my concern for Lise, nor less Alamigo. Castrum Abania is the largest Imperial facility in the peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Oh, interesting. Dealing with the canon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is ever a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Very nice. Heather says, good morning, Heather. I used to watch your dungeon videos when I first started. Now I can't wait for you to get the Shadowbringers. That solidified Final Fantasy XIV being my favorite game ever. Well, I'm slowly but surely getting towards Shadowbringers. You know, it's almost there. We're almost there, Heather. But thanks for watching my content. Thank you for joining the journey with me, I guess. Kamikaze says, Guild Wars 2 for PvP and Worldly World, Final Fantasy XIV for raids and deep well done story. Deep well done story. I'm with you. Yeah, for sure. That's a great split for sure. Tracy says, at Heather Thomas, yeah, Shadowbringers is amazing. Yeah, I hear about it. I'm actually so interested to see how we go from Stormblood to Shadowbringers, because I loosely know like Shadowbringers deals with very high concept parts of like the world from what I've seen, whereas Stormblood feels like one of the most grounded, like we're just exploring new territories, like it's very cultural and stuff like that. I feel like it's gonna be such a jump, and I'm just excited to see how the stories merge together, I guess. Do we get a new weapon? We do. Nice. Hopefully it's good. Northern says he still have the post Shadow or Stormblood content too. Yeah, there's always the post content. I'm sure I'm sure it's a little farther than I think whenever I talk about Shadowbringers, but I think at this point I'm at least confident that I will make it there. Whereas I'd say when I was taking forever getting even to Heavensward, people were like, is this guy even gonna make it to the actual end game at some point? So to review, we are to travel to Rediata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Turpin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Seesaw and Lise were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatortis or Castrum Abania. Perhaps as a result of this, the resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Oh, I see. Yurko says, yeah, I've waffled on this a lot over the last several years, but I think Shadowbringers is my favorite video game story ever. Note, I didn't say MMO story. No, video game. I didn't say MMO story. No, video game. So you're saying it's the best video game story you've ever played, which is, I don't know what the best video game story I've ever played is. It's a really interesting question. I don't know, actually. Because, yeah, I'd say, like, mostly other RPGs do better in terms of storytelling. When I think of stories that I've really loved, I think of the Jack and Daxter series. I really enjoyed that story from start to finish. I think it did a very interesting, like, sort of it grew up with me, right? Like when I first got the first game, it was very childhood friendly, and then it got much darker, and it was a very interesting story. So I really enjoyed the Jack and Daxter story. Portal 2, also very, very interesting. Well, I mean, Portal in general, I guess I should say, but I really enjoyed how the story was delivered in Portal 2, with some very interesting kind of backstory that you get there. Kamikaze says, my lunch break ended. I wish you all the people in the chat an excellent weekend and a beautiful day. Happy gaming. Thanks for dropping by, Kamikaze. Great to see you. Have a great rest of your day. Carmen says, thanks for coming. Yes, thank you for coming, Kamikaze. All right, where were we? Manego says, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Ella begins, feeding off the scraps that the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Turnip's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, but I also understand their desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contract is a Roygadian woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. I guess I should remember courage, probably. Courage, right. They're making sure I remember this. Put together a squadron, Nanago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. Alrighty. Onward we go. Now where? Okay, we have to go. I think, yeah, we just have to drive. Let's hit the road. Look at all the quests here. Now, the side quests are primarily for, like, if you're leveling an alt or something like that, right? Like, I guess I mean, also they'd give you, like, more lore of the zone. It's always shocking to me how many side quests and different activities there are to do for XP, but, you know, you never feel like you're lacking much XP when you're doing the main scenario quest, or at least I don't. So it must be for, like, leveling, and when I say alt, I mean, like, different jobs on the same character, because this is a wonderful game that does make you recreate everything. Oh, these things look horrible and deadly. Dun 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 dun. Karaman says huge amounts of lore. Zucchero says, yep, and the ones with the blue plus give you an Ethernet current. Yes, I know the blue plus ones are always ones to pay attention to. Do I always stop for them? Maybe not, but at least I know they're there. Senior Derpface says, quests are awful XP mostly. World building. Oh, interesting that they would be awful XP. It seems like it would be beneficial to the game to make them great XP for, like, alt jobs, but interesting. Irika says, yes, unless you're really hungry for world building and lore, you should have the side quest for an alt. Only the blue ones matter for your main story, or for your main as they unlock stuff. Yeah, so the blue ones, I learned early on, blue ones I should probably check out. Though often if they are something like, you know, Ethernet or something like that, I sometimes wait until I'm past the story point, which I don't know if it's good or not, but I do sometimes pause on those. Yurko says, side quests give exactly half the XP of an MSQ of the same level. Interesting. See, what did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. What did we find out here? Alrighty. Is this the guard that, like, is gonna let us in? Do you wish to enter? I do. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. Kerman says, They're not as efficient as some other means of leveling, but it's worth doing them on a class that will get XP for it instead of a job that's capped. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do them, you may as well get experience for them. Yeah, that's a very valid point. Ooh, the music got spooky. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Hello? Oh, it's right. It's right under my car. There we go. Ooh. Imperial soldier. Look at that. Much better with my combos that time, I'd say. If I do say so myself. Here we go, big hit, boom. I do like the samurai. I don't know if I'm a great samurai, but I think I will miss the samurai when I do get to whatever I play next. Look at all the like spears in these. I don't know if I had to go up here actually. It might have been better for me to stay down, but whatever. Of course, there were still soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lys. Come, Radiata is not much further. Oh my goodness. Where was this thing hiding? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I don't know if we made it out. We might have just made it out of that. Some cool stuff already. Let's scroll out. This thing's got a big look to it. Alright, let's do that. I've got like full energy. I am not being efficient with my energy gauge right here. Let's do some big bursting. Here we go, look at that. Oh god. No, I did not make it out of that one. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. I mean, I probably just have decent gear for it, but usually the big telegraphs like that are going to be quite devastating if they go off, so I was a little concerned. Just sort of avoiding the monsters. Yurka says, great thing about the way you're playing through the expansion with different jobs is you'll have a bunch of jobs all partially leveled up, so if you want to play them at endgame, it'll be less work. That is nice, actually, that I will have kind of an assortment. And I think I want to be mindful of having a variety of jobs for that too. Like, you know, having some DPS, having some healers, having some tanks, so it'll be nice that way. Yurko says, plus you get to sample a lot of playstyles to what you like. Yes, that's very true as well. I think the one playstyle that I don't really have room for, if I'm going to keep trying to do somewhat of the poster child for each expansion, is that I don't think I'm going to have a true like mage caster DPS, which I am excited for. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the first one I try to level up as an alt after I end up getting to max level. Though that being said, maybe by the time I'm getting almost at the end of Endwalker, the next expansion launches with a caster alt as its main or something, or its story character. So who knows what'll happen. Lee says, look, looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above the Castrum Banya anymore. Do you think they have fixed the cannon already? I do not know, but I hope not. Alrighty. Afno said we were looking for a Rogidian woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage. Oh my gosh, they've told me to say courage enough now. I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her and we'll do the same. Kerman says, ooh, I would love to have Black Mage be the poster child for the next expansion. And Summoner is super fun. And oh, I guess I did play Summoner a bit, so I do have a level 50 caster. But I just feel like the gameplay and the way your class feels after 50 is so different that I wish I'd had a higher Summoner. But yeah, if Black Mage, wait, what is it called, Black Mage? Yeah, Black Mage was the next poster child. I think I would definitely like look to do that. So we're looking for a woman. Is this a woman? No. I guess we'll zoom on in. This looks like a lady, but I can't talk to her. This does not look like a lady. Oh, there's an actual quest marker. I see. I thought I was just gonna have to talk to everyone. Funny. Ain't seen you around before. Takes a certain kind of man to walk into a place like this uninvited. And I was supposed to say, one with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, that's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too if you like, because I'll not speak of it anymore, at least not here. Outside Radiata, behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. I did it. Wait. Oh, okay. Hey, was that who I think it was? Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alphonode and Alize and we'll meet you there. It's almost always a trap in this game. Branson says, I'd love to see a healer warrior of light in an expansion cinematic sometime. Probably won't happen though. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to see a healer like that. Heather says, I played through Endwalker's Reaper. Lots of fun. Yeah, Reaper is definitely one I'm interested in. I mean, the healer looks cool too. And I know that the actual poster child for the expansion is the Pally. But the issue is I think I'm going to play Dark Knight through Shadowbringers, so I don't know if I want to do back-to-back tanks. So I think it'll be between either the Reaper or the Sage, but we'll see. Yuriko says, oh yeah, Reaper is also super fun. Endwalker has more jobs. I've been excited to play than any other expansion. So many fun jobs this time. Yeah, it's really cool that there are so many jobs. And it's also, like, it's impressive that they add, like, they've been adding 2 new jobs for most expansions. Yeah, like, that's just wild. Or at least I guess Heaven's Word only got the one. No, maybe it got another one too. Maybe the Dragoon was just, like, front and center. Has it been 2 jobs every single expansion for them? Not followed, were you? Good. This is where she attacks with that axe. I can feel it. That all of you, is it? Let's go get to it, then. Name yourselves. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Tarunup. Name Stark, Stark Woad. The rest of you know, or we wouldn't be here. I'm just gonna look at the chat. Heavensward got 3 new jobs. Heavensward got 3 new jobs. Oh, wow. They did 3 in Heavensward, 1 of each role, but 2 thereafter. Astrologian, Dark Knight. Oh, the Dark Knight was from Heavensward, funny. And Machinist. Wait, so the Dragoon... Oh, because the Dragoon's just a Lancer that's advanced, so I'm not even thinking... It wasn't even the job I was... That's funny. Yeah, Reaper works well with Endwalker lore. Zirko, Heavensward had 3. They talked about how hard it was to do and balance... how hard it was to do balance, so they went with 2. Yeah, that's a good point, Zirko. Well, and that would be the hardest thing with adding jobs, I mean, is how hard it is to balance it. I mean, it's a little bit probably easier because it's not like they have a bunch of different like specs with it, like talent trees or whatever to go with the jobs, but you know, adjusting, and because when they do have an expansion, they tend to adjust the other like jobs that are currently in the game as well, so they kind of balance everything at once, which I think probably works out really well for them. This is about Specula Imperatus and the canon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? I overheard soldiers talking about it while working in the mess. The circulum pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon? That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's all they said. It took a while, but they've finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon could already be fully operational? You need to sneak inside the we need to sneak inside the Castrum Abania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior of the over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, that may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but we have faith that can see this through. My goodness, I am having a rough go at it this morning. Zirko says, very true. You can even see Endwalker has 3 with how Summoner plays so differently to Shadowbringers. Yeah, Endwalker Summoner is basically an entirely new job, but Terminus, yeah, Summoner is pretty much an entirely new job with Endwalker. That's really cool. I mean, it's really cool that they do those kind of big changes, but I mean, it probably feels bad if you preferred the old ones. Like, I can think, like, once again, Blizzard, World of Warcraft, very different company than Square Enix and Final Fantasy XIV. But I think back to the combat rogue and how they changed, like the entire theme of it is now an outlaw rogue or more of a pirate. And like even if the gameplay's fun, I'm like, I wish I had the combat rogue. So like it's kind of hard if it changes too much, but I guess you just have to know that it's a better change, which it sounds like everyone's really happy with the summoner changes. We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Seesaw, you and your ever dependable allies will enter the castrum with my sister and I by way of ventilation ducts leading to the hangars. From there, you will proceed into weapons research and unleash bloody mayhem. At the time, Alize and I will create a diversion elsewhere, and in the ensuing confusion, Lisa and her unit will attempt to reach the fire control center undetected. If all goes to plan, our 3 parties will subsequently converge on this location, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are all clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I don't know if it does, Alphino. I'll go and brief Nanago of the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the magic tech patrols before you can infiltrate the castrum. Oh yeah, there was blowback because people say Summoner is easier now and has no challenge. Tracy says Summoner is definitely an improvement. Zakuro says dungeon time. Yurko says I'm sure people who preferred Shadowbringer Summoner, but most summoners I know prefer the new Summoner. Terminus says I'd like to see something like Mold Summoner's gameplay with the future. But new Summoner is pretty much what I always wanted Summoner to be. Branson says, I preferred the old Summoner, sad face. There's one person. Terminus meant to say old, not mold. Makes a lot of sense. Senior Dirtface says, combat was my go-to in Kata. Can't take Outlaw seriously. I know, I loved Combat Rogue so much. It was so much fun. Ferris says, let's go. All right, let's go. No, we just have to go over here, look for some patrols. So yeah, it looks like assuming the dungeon's like right after we do these patrols, we probably will have time to do it during the stream. Likely what I will do is have kind of a first come, first serve with any Tiny Blue crew members who are online to join up, as there will only be 3 people who can come. So once I say, which will be in a little bit here once I unlock the dungeon, I'll say, all right, whisper me, and it'll be the first 3 people who whisper me that can join. I think is the best way to do it. I typically prefer planning in advance with like the YouTube posts and stuff like that. It's just cleaner, but we'll try and make it work this way. And hopefully I don't upset anyone who can't join, because obviously it's limited spaces for this, but maybe I'll die and it won't even matter, so we'll see. I see Zakaro helping me out in the background here. Thank you, Zakaro. I probably shouldn't have tried to explain this while I was attacking these things. I also don't think my Moa was out for like... Right, my Moa. My, oh my god, I've been playing too much Guild Wars 2. What are they called? Oh my goodness. Why am I having such a blank? All I can think of is Moa birds now. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. Oh my god, I'm just gonna call it Dash for now, but... What are the birds called? Chocobo, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. My Moa bird. They look like the Moas. Alright, I've been doing a lot of Guild Wars 2 this month, and Moa is the only thing that I could think of. It starts with a C. Well, Irko, someone already gave it away, so there we go. You don't have to watch me struggle, which I'm sure would have almost been very enjoyable. Oh my gosh, what is that thing? That's horrifying. Where do we gotta go? Ferris says, are you having fun? I'm having lots of fun in Final Fantasy. I think it's been a really fun adventure just to jump in and do the story whenever I want. And I find that I get into these sprees where I really enjoy doing the MSQ kind of like back to back to back in sessions, kind of like this month. And then sometimes I'll like to take a break and kind of give it some space. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here at any moment. Once you've dealt with them, will be clear to advance, assuming they keep to their casual schedule. Might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Oh, it's the mount. Is that Zukaro's mount that I saw that was horrifying? That's funny. I thought it was a creature coming to attack me. I feel like Zakuro doesn't trust me not to die now. He's just actively going to be watching. Oh no, so it is a mount, but there is actually monsters like it. I wasn't foolish. I like the combat music when I actually get into combat. It feels really nice. And what I mean by that, I don't like the combat music when like I'm just walking and a monster like attacks me, because it kind of breaks the background noise, which is really nice. But when I do actually go into fighting it, it feels good. By Ralgar, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. Seesaw is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learnt something from our time in his company. Now, where is the entrance to the ducks? Right, behind you. I've mapped the branches. You should know. You should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, you saw, we shall divide into 2 groups and proceed via separate routes into the castrum. Remember that our objective is to cause as much chaos as possible to draw the Imperials away from Lys and her men. If there's nothing else, I'll return the resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Ralgar guide you to victory. This is your last chance to make your preparations, Seesaw. When yours are ready, we shall begin. Just as a little nod. Castrum Abanya now available. And if some Tiny Blue crew members want to join, if you can whisper me now is the starting point. I'll take the first 3 that I see. I have high hopes for Icebun and Zikuro as they are standing here. Yeah, Icebun's got a volunteer. We'll add Icebun. Come on, Zikuro, toss me a whisper. I know you're standing here and it feels like you should just get it, but there we go, ready to go. I see Zikuro talking. Invite to party. Is there any other Tiny Blue Crew members who'd like to join or are on? We'll give it a couple minutes. It's about 10:50. Let's give it like to 10:52 for some 10:53 maybe. 2 or 3 minutes, see if there's anyone else. If you are a lovely Tiny Blue Crew member and you want to join, now is your time. If we don't see one by 10:53 or 53 past whatever hour it is in your zone, we will take any viewers as well, and then if not, we'll just fill. So if you're on, toss me a whisper. Until then, I'll take a look at the chat. Yurko says the mount is an enemy type from Final Fantasy XI called the Dalamal. Basically a giraffe camel hybrid. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, there's one right there. And here they're called Jahamals. So they're like almost the same but different. Oh, Ari is apparently here. Oh, there we go. All right. We've got our party. Assuming, yeah, there we go. Wait, why do we have, oh, I was like, we have 5 people. No, it's my pet. The Mokobo, or not the, oh, goodness. The Chocobo. I called it a Mokobo. What, a Moa / Chocobo mix now? Maybe that's just what I should say. All right, let's do it. If you missed out on the dungeon, don't worry. There's like, I'm sure hundreds of dungeons and trials and raids for us to do between now and the end game. So no worries there. You'll have your time to shine. But let's do Castrum Abania. Carmen says, and they are horrifying. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. Senior Derpface, I like just saying his full name because it's so much fun. I would, but got a video in the oven. Now, are you cooking something and you've got an interesting name for it? Or are you producing a video and you've got an interesting name for processing it? Or rendering it, I guess. Tracy says, lol, probably to my lovely Mokobo joke. It's so funny, right? Zukuro says, if only you could rename your Chocobo. You think Mokobo would be a better name? Dash, for those who weren't there 2 years ago when I made a video about it, is the name of my first cat that I ever had, my first pet. So, I don't know, that's why I named it Dash. But Mokobo would be pretty fun. Alrighty. I don't know who we've got tanking, but everyone, they've seemed to figure themselves out, which I love about the Tiny Blue Crew. It's my hard carry. Let's be honest here. Every streamer gets a nice group of people that guide them through with gentle hands and don't laugh at all the deaths that will likely come. Irko says, "Oh, perfect. The solution name your Chocobo Moa. No matter which you choose, you're correct. Exactly. A Mokobo, Mokoba. I don't know. Mokobo." You can even have them as pets in like Guild Wars 2 on Archers 2, so it's even more confusing. Senior Derpface says rendering and my tiny workspace becomes a hotbox. Yeah, no, I get that. Like, I have I have one monitor, but then I also have like, I've got a medium good PC. But yeah, I would not recommend that I do much gaming while processing, because it takes a significant amount of effort for my PC. It would be touch and go. So no, I fully get that. I don't know why I'm doing single target here. I feel like I should be doing AoE. Oh no, I'm gonna stand in the bad. Maybe I just made it out. This dungeon's pretty cool. I like these kind of robot looking creatures here. I like the gear that spins on their back, looks really cool. Oh, they come out of these little side areas too. That's really neat. I feel like that always happens with me in dungeons, is that I start talking about stuff and then the visuals always draw me in. Like, the dungeons are just so much fun in this game. Oh, someone's dead. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, no. Let's see if we can quickly delete a few of these. I believe in this tiny blue crew. There we go. We got one down. That should help. Oh, and their tank's back up. I think Zakura's the tank anyways. Maybe it's... Yeah, I think Zakura's the tank. There we go. Tracy says, yeah. My cat's actually still alive, too. I think it lives with my parents, which I don't live with my parents anymore. The cat's name is Dash. It's about, I think, 16 years old, maybe 17 years old now. It's had a pretty, like, tame life. I think it had, like, one brush with death, like, 10 years ago, where it had something go wrong with its kidneys, which is pretty common for male cats. But we got that resolved at the vet in time, and since then it's had like another 10 years of life. So obviously it was well worth the investment at the time. Which, I mean, it's always such a hard question with pets, but I know you just come to love them, right? So it's hard. But all this to say, the cat's happy and doing well, and I visit it. Heather says, you can rename your chocobo, I believe. Interesting. Yuriko says, joking aside, I think Dash is a great name. Ah, thank you. Northern says, those mecha monkeys, I like to think they are inspired from Mecha Kong from the Old Kingdom. They are kind of like monkeys, yeah. All right, Magna Rotor. This thing looks horrifying. It's got like weird spinny blades. Oh, they're asking me if I want it blind or advice. We'll do blind. Blind first. It's always more fun if I do it blind, isn't it, chat? Oh, it's got a wheel in the back. I'm gonna guess mobility is gonna be a big part of this boss's deal. Alright, let's get our dot out there. Do some damage. Yeah, we're pumping some DPS. See if we can build up a... let's get out of that. Just stand slightly to the side of it. Look at that. Alright. Oh, that was just... I think that was unavoidable, though. What's that glowy thing, eh? That doesn't look... Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Do some quick stabs while this happens. Oh, yeah, so there's the mobility that we were talking about. Oh, man. I want to use my... Oh, is there ads? Yeah, there is an ad over there. Okay. Oh, no. I'm doing so bad at getting ads. I'm sorry, team. I'm sorry, team. Oh my god. I wasn't wrong. Mobility is a big part of this. Okay. We stopped it, I guess. Either way, we will use our big DPS. I should be behind the boss as much as I can. Alrighty, we're back at it. Things are going well. Yeah, that's just a big AoE blast, I think. There's not much I can do about that one. Let's see if we can get another big hit before he goes. I'm gonna assume there's another like moment where he goes blasting around. Yeah, we're doing just fine here. There it is. Easy peasy. Even got an achievement for it. What do we got here? We will pass. Someone else can grab that. Tracy says, I'm a cat lover, so yeah. Yeah, I love cats too. I'm much more of a cat person than a dog person. I'm sorry if that shatters some people's reality about me. But oh man, I think I have to get on these quickly. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good one bit. We'll get back to chat in a brief moment, but I have a bad feeling about these pods. We did kill that, right? Yeah. Oh, they just... Okay, the summon. I'm guessing if you had all four come out, you would not be a happy camper. But yeah, no, cats all the way. I don't have a cat at the moment because well, Mrs. Seesaw in all regards is pretty allergic to cats. It wasn't her favorite time to come visit me at my childhood house. But what we do have is we live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of cats that kind of live around, like, are outside cats. So they come and walk up to you while you're like getting groceries and stuff, which is a lot of fun. And then we have a cat cafe, which essentially is like a coffee store, obviously the cafe portion, where you have cats that are kind of in a cat specific room. And you can go in and like hang out with them, and they do a lot of work to get the cats like adopted. Like that's the kind of the other focus of their business is finding homes for those cats, and you can come and like visit with them, and then if you establish a bond, you can obviously go through the adoption process as well. So that's really fun. I like the these wheel guys are really cool. Iriko says blind for sure. Glowing thing is the healer's ability. Oh, it was. I shouldn't have been scared of it. That's good. That's good. I mean, it did look kind of welcoming. But yeah, we'll do blind first pull for everything when we can. I think it's always more fun. If we go through the first one and it goes horribly, I might ask for some tips. Northern says the achievement was for your leveling your Sam. Oh, I'm level 70. I didn't even notice it. Thank you, Northern. Look at that, level 70. Coming along. Tracy says we have one of those in my city as well. Yeah, I think they're becoming more common for sure. And it's kind of a really nice combination because, like, I mean, it's obviously nice for people in my unique situation where, like, I can't really own a cat but love cats, so I can go either watch them while I have a coffee or, like, you know, schedule time to go hang out with some cats. But it's also nice if you are someone who's looking to get a cat, you can kind of go and visit and, like, I mean, see the cat's personality a bit and, like, stuff like that, so it's kind of cool. I feel like I'm doing real bad at, like, my just general AoE DPS. We're just going on. They want that treasure coffer, but that's all good. It's exciting we got to a dungeon this morning. Ooh. Was that number 25? All right, let's do it. Bum, 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 bum. So we can get a big hit out of this. Oh, probably want to get out of those. Ooh, it's like an arrow rain. That's kind of cool. Do we need to stand in these? It does look like we do. Hopefully. What's happening in them? Do I go back into them? Do I, what? I'm so scared. All right, let's, okay, it looks like we're okay. Oh no, I'm getting blasted away. I've got a red thing, do I go into it? Huh, I keep getting hit back for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, the two non-tank went to the, oh no, we have to have people on each of the pillar. I'm sorry. Thank you, you saved us, Ari. You saved us. I was the bad one. I should have stayed in that one. Okay, that was that. Wait. It's this pushback. Is this like because I haven't done something right, or like is it just part of the fight? Okay, they're getting a red beam from this. And now I'm not getting a pushback, so maybe that's what I needed to do? This one's easy. I know the arrow rain's bad, get out of it. It's the pushback and like the circles after the fact that I'm somewhat confused about. Oh, 24, dang, I was close. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. 14. I should have known it. It's in Final Fantasy 14 too. I type out that title all the time. Silly me. Silly me. I can explain what that was if you'd like. That would be good, Ice Bun, yeah. If you have time, I would be interested in reading what, like that one mechanic I had no idea about. Obviously I made it, but, oh, look at them, they're just kind of walking. I like it. Okay, Irko is also explaining it. It's kind of a race now between the two of you. Irko, so what happens with the boss, we'll say his cup overfloweth, X and Y, and then X and Y will be two elements. You need to get the third element or you will be knocked back. So the boss puts up a barrier and reflects two elements, standing in one of them glowy circles that were left behind. So you need to, oh, so you're kind of getting like blasted away if you don't get the right element on you. So set it to the one that isn't on the barrier. Okay. So he has a barrier and I need to get a circle that's not the same color as that barrier. Is what I'm understanding here. Oh man. Some big AoE stuff here. Well, thank you for the explanation, Irko and Icebun. Hopefully, by the time I get into there, I will remember that and won't be confused, but we'll see. I like these, like, carts that come up. Oh, and we're, like, above the city. This is super cool. I'm a big fan of the dungeon. Let's just one stay up there for a bit. Just gonna stay up there and shoot us. Oh, let's get out of that. Blasted. 7th Legion, or 12th Legion dead. It's a bit. Oh man, they are coming from both sides. Let's maybe let Zukuro get them all gathered. And let's do a big AoE blast. Try and get the one down and then the next one. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I had to focus in a little bit. Because I feel like the trash mobs can sometimes be harder. Oh man, look at this thing. Colossus was not an incorrect naming. Massive. Alright. Ooh, don't want to be in that. Yeah, that looks like that would hurt a fair bit. This Colossus has some health. So I guess we can single target attack now, which will help. Ooh. Alrighty. Oh, is that another boss arena? This is so cool. And it's got an open sky look to it. Oh, cutscene time. I don't know what this is, but I'm kind of concerned. Oh my goodness. So are these like creations that they're just working on in this facility? Like is this like a monster factory essentially? Or do they just have these monsters hanging out? Oh man, this thing looks like it could do some damage. I'm concerned for my survival in this fight. We'll take a look at it. I really like this healing skill. It's really cool. Alright, you got a front blast. Ooh, that looks like it could do some damage if left unchecked. Alright. Alright, what do we got next? What do we got next? Kind of pies. And then blow up. Fair. Will it do the other side next, or is it good with just the one? No, let's try and slide this in quickly. There you go. Nice. Okay. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. That doesn't. Oh no, I shouldn't be standing in front. I don't know what that last part was, but we're alive, so I'm kind of going okay with it. Oh, open my character screen for some reason. That's how you know you're doing your DPS rotation very correctly, is when you accidentally open your character screen instead of the skill you meant to hit. Nothing but a good sign. There's like fiery sparkles on the side of the ring now, and that greatly concerns me. Let's get out of those. Some dodges, I can do that. I can do that. Let's toss the dot on there. This is really not too bad, honestly. If this is all the creatures got, I am pretty confident. Let's see if we can do a... Oh, does he get like empowered or something when that happens? This isn't good. Do I want to get away from that, probably? I'm gonna, yeah, it looks like I want to get away. I should probably try and attack this one, though. This thing is making it... Oh, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good one bit. Did we die? No, we killed the monster. Let's just, you know, pretend that that battery wasn't going to be horrible when it got there. Yurko says, yeah, the Garlands are performing experiments on people here. They're developing a process called hypertuning, which they're using to create super soldiers. Sparkles at the side are the heal. I keep seeing these sparkles and I think it's something bad, and it's like the healer's abilities. It's so funny. Was that was it, eh? Interesting. We'll just pass on most of these. But yeah, thank you very much, Tiny Blue Crew. Thank you, Icebun. Thank you, Ari, and thank you, Zakuru. Let's give them a little bow. I almost typed vow instead of bow. I bow to all of you. Thank you for your help in this lovely dungeon. Give them a tea. I'm such a nice party player. And we're going to see what this cutscene has in store for us in just a second. Senior Dirtface says, usually with people who forget with the hypertuned when they had a free will. Oh, interesting. Carmen says, note that the boss had a third eye, just like Garland. Oh, that is interesting. All right, let's see what the cutscene has for us. I'm excited. Do we get to save Kryl? Find out tonight, or this morning, I guess. I love.
Are you all right?
Like, it makes sense that they like lay out this plan where like we kind of each go our own ways, but it always feels like we finish the dungeon, do all this work, and then like the rest of the squad of the Scions come up and they're like, "Woo, our side was, you know, just as tough." I wonder if they like just met no forces on their side and we're just having a casual walk through the place. It's all electrical.
I think that answers my question. We've accomplished our objectives as well.
Nice.
Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them.
Let's go. I like how tough I look. I'm a pretty cool Lalafell. If I don't say so myself, like I'm a pretty cool Lalafell. Oh, here comes the other forces. Yeah, look at us all getting together.
Lise, thank the 12 you're all right.
Carmen says they probably just follow along in your wake at this point. Yeah, they probably do. You're right. You're right.
And you. There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
I'm ready. Let's see what we got. What are we gonna find inside these doors? Oh man.
They're here!
You think?
It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Look how mad Lisa is.
I gave the order to fire.
It was over. The skulls had surrendered. No one else had to die. And you killed them. Your own people. Your own comrades.
You're right. I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man.
Man, she is
I
like...
gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
See, this is just such an interestingly complicated character that I don't think you get in many other MMO stories where there's this much going on. It's very interesting.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted. We made a promise that we would do whatever it took so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood.
It's a dark outlook on life.
Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal.
This is a really nice angle. I really like how her tattoo kind of like just goes up to where her like hair parts. It's super good look.
That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom. You killed your own. They trusted you, and you killed them. Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Oh man. Oh, it would seem that the power she absorbs is working well for her.
Lise!
Gotcha!
It's a cool cinematic. Dang.
I know what you can do. I've already seen it.
Wow, I love the cinematic so far. Yurko says, Fredola is such a great character. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Cartman says, I love how Square write their characters. Very few are just truly evil. Most have well-written motivations and reasonings. This like... This is like what Blizzard tried to do with Sylvanas, but like actually done in an interesting way where it, it's, you can see all sides of it, which is such a funny like thing. It's not even like on anywhere the same level. It's just funny seeing the comparison of how it's turned out. Because yeah, like we've seen Fredola's story, we know where she's come from. We are upset with what she's done, but like at the same time, from her point of view, she has remorse for killing her own soldiers, but she has this path to get what she wants that she's following, and I think it's really cool.
Alize!
That guy just lay over. It's I guess implied that Elfino killed him. Like what? Wait, why are these? Did we kill these people, or are they just like dying somehow?
Even so, the odds are against me.
Smoke bomb. You gotta love her smoke bomb exits. Just like boom, I'm gone. Oh, through the window. Interesting. Look at her casually sitting on the side of this.
Hero! Zikros invites you to join him for the royal hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
Interesting.
She'll be all right, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me?
No. Yeah, we'll help out.
Thank you. Lise, I leave matters here in your hands.
Carmen says, you're slicing them down. Zirko says, we don't get cool animation. Okay, so we are killing them. We just don't get the cool animations that the three of them got for their fight. I see how it is. I see how it is. Alrighty. Let's see what Lise has to say about this. Well, we did it. Castro Mabania belongs to us now. Nanago and her people took Alize to Radiata to receive treatment. Alphino tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy we won and with minimal casualties, but somehow it feels empty. I know... Oh, sorry, I was about to start reading the same one. We should report to General Adeline. Kryle wasn't here, but who knows, maybe one of Raubon's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask anyways. We'll go for that. And we'll just... You know what, no, I think we'll wrap it up there so we don't get too deep into the next quest. We'll take a couple minutes to read through some chat. If you have any questions before I hop off, I'm hopping off in about 8 or 5 minutes or something like that. Once again, a big shout out to all of our Tiny Blue crew members who helped out with the dungeon. I see Bun, Ari, and Zikoro. And a big shout out to our newest Tiny Blue crew member who joined us today, which was Tracy Boyle. So welcome very much to the Tiny Blue crew group, clan, family, whatever you like to call it. It's great to have you here. Zukro says, now that you're 70, you can go get your special job armor from your job quests. I really should do some job quests. There's a few. Actually, what level is the one that I have here? It will tell me, actually. It's 68. Okay, so it's not as far behind as I kind of thought it was going to be. Oh, Zakura wants to, or Icy Bun wants to fly me to the big boat. That sounds cool. That seems like a cool thing to check out. How do I ride? Sweet. We're gonna get a cool look at this boat. Iriko says, to be fair, the cool animations for the player character cost 16 times as much. Gotta make versions for everyone and every race. Oh, that's fair, because yeah, you have to do that. That's one of the most impressive parts of Guild Wars 2 story, is that they have the main character has voice. So they have to do it like, you know, however many times there is for each of the different races. This is really cool. I like how it glows in the night. Like, it's super awesome. Look at that. It would have been cool if the dungeon was inside that boat, but like for story reasons, I understand what we were doing makes a lot more sense. Tracy says, thank you for the great stream. Great fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tracy, and I'm glad you're able to join in. Irko says, there's an ability from the level 70 job quest too, so you should really do it. I mean, it's not like I was never going to do it, but yeah, I probably should make it my like priority. Maybe I'll try and have it done before we do our next stream or whatever. This is really cool. Thanks for doing this. We're just getting a good look. Ooh, maybe I'll get off here. I'll just be stuck here for when I get back on. No, I'll be able to teleport. This is such a cool look, though. So in terms of content, I do have vacation at the end of the month. So I think my plans realistically are that next weekend there might not be a piece of content. As you remember, our 2020 to plan is kind of to do at least 3 pieces of content per week, or per month rather. So I might skip that weekend and then have a video that's ready for the week when, I guess the first week of April kind of thing. And then we'll be doing some more streams throughout the month of April. I've been having a lot of fun doing these MSQ streams, so I think I'll continue doing a good swack of those. And hopefully we'll push to the end of Stormblood pretty soon and be able to enter into some Shadowbringers fun. But that's kind of the layout for the next little bit. So thanks so much for joining us today, everyone. Both in-game and in chat. It's always fun to see everyone. But yeah, I think we'll call it here. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.